Hi guys, coming through for the weekly twin flame reading. We're using the Revelations Tarot and the Animal Tarot to see what comes through this week. We're doing the masculines, 4 bodies of existence first, and then we will do the feminines. So having a look into the masculine's physical body of existence. If you would like messages from my twin flame, book into the quick channeled messages. You can find my service links on the community tab or Emily Davey pinned on my profile. There's an array of different processes to really move beyond the matrix read, manifest union now read, what does my twin think about me type of read. Like whatever type of read you would like, just check out the services and we will have a look into it. There is a 7-year cycle that continuously cycles. So, you know, we're really back into the first year. So there's such potential for twins to really communicate, start communication if you've been in silence for quite some time. So, physical body of existence for the masculines. We do have the 6 of Cups. So this is like soul brother and sister reminiscing, thinking about the connection in the physical. They're really thinking about like anytime they had communication with you in the physical, they're daydreaming about it. They're knocking back any offers from 3. The Trinity of the Karmic is coming through. They're knocking back any karmic offering. They're finding solace and more peace being within the vibration of this remembrance of the twin flame love. Like the 6 of Cups is soul brother, sister, soulmate type of energy card. You know, they're really tapping back into the most predominant spiritual connection with a being in regards to relationships that they've had before, being their twin flame. They're also in some type of acceptance that of who their twin is. We do have the 4 of Spring, which is a cute little card of Otter. It's time to kick back, relax, and celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. So yeah, they're really finding this stability in the sense of, yeah, actually what I'm picking up is they're thinking about the feminine way more than the feminine's actually thinking about them. So if you're a feminine watching and you've been thinking about your twin, just imagine that like times 3 there, or even times 4 or times 6 if you will. They're really thinking about you that much more. That's what Divine wants to state here. So yeah, masculines, you are really thinking about your divine feminines. The only thing, you know, that may be missing in your home life is a relationship. So that's why there's this like nostalgia also coming through for them. Sign synchronicities. They've been listening to music that reminds them of you also in the physical. But yeah, it's just like, as you can see, both of these energies are very laid back, relaxed. They feel a sense of completion in regards to their work and home life. Many of them are in this like state of being single, and you know, they got like a bachelor type of pad energy. Some of them have a housemate, some of them may have a few housemates. I'm not really picking up that many are in a karmic relationship, and if they are, you know, they're really not receiving anything from them. They're more so kicking back, relaxing, and reminiscing, remembering. So in the emotional body of existence, what they're focused on is money and how to juggle that, handle that. That's bringing them this sense of stability, kind of like a nesting mode though. They're very excited to show their twin in regards to what they've manifested, what they've created, what they have. I feel like a lot of them are very financially well off. This happens when twins like go into separation. And even if you're in a union, like they're really quite proud. They're house proud. They're quite proud in regards to what they've created. There may be a shift in moving though. They may be juggling that. They may be moving somewhere. Oh my god, there's more like prairie dogs. 10 of Summer. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family or close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage as well as raising happy, balanced children. So I feel like, you know, what happens within twins, like the feminines really go on this spiritual journey, whereas the masculines really go on this ways of the world. It is both, though. Both of y'all. It's just the masculine essence is more this external, outwards, materialistic type of expression, whereas the feminine is the intuition, the internal, and you'll like take that on evenly. Prairie dog, if the masculine here, if you'll have children, you know, you've really spent that time and build those relationships with your children or inner child, or being a good child towards your parents. You've really healed some, this is looking really positive, like you've really healed some parental wounds, core wounds. But yeah, definitely offering and expressing some love. If you're a masculine and you want to message your twin, you don't know who, what, when, how, whatever, to message your twin, book into the Messaging My Twin read, and we'll get a channeled message from the spirit, from divine, from your higher selves, your twin souls, in regards to the best way to express that, how to express it, when even to express it. Like that's really what comes through the Messaging My Twin read is, you know, it looks at both of your star signs and what's the best portal opening to express. So mentally, they've definitely gone through some type of rapture or judgment upon themselves, or even judgment from God, divinity. And, you know, they've humbled, there's humility, they've kneeled, they've been holding on and reaching up to divinity to ask these questions. And, you know, that mental perspective of seeking a higher power has actually been very beneficial in allowing them to move into this nostalgia and like reminiscing the connection. Wow, the Lion and the Lamb, that's a really beautiful card. Leo energy is coming through. Infinity. It is the Lion and the Lamb. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. So they've definitely been working on any judgments that they had towards themselves and their twin, and they're moving into this space of kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. They're also asking their feminine right now. It's coming through. You'll really want the feminine to display kindness, forgiveness, and compassion if they were to reach out. They definitely feel like a lot more courage and more personally like powerful in regards to stability, really, with this Four of Spring. 10 of Summer like is the 10 of Cups card in traditional tarot, so like it is reflecting like this happy household. Emotionally, that's really, you know, they've juggled everything in the materialistic, in the physical realm. Now they're really seeking and reminiscing and aligning to. There is a little bit of fear of judgment from their twin. You'll, as masculines, feel slightly judgmental, but judged actually is the word. Queen of Pentacles. So spiritual body of existence can be what they're aligning to, and, you know, they're really seeing the synchronicities of their divine feminine in the physical. This is what the Queen of Pentacles means. So for y'all as feminines, being in the Queen of Pentacles and actually taking action towards your twin flame journey, honoring your twin flame journey is going to be really beneficial, because this is the vibration that they're looking for. They're looking for someone that is quite stable in the physical reality, stable with their finances, stable with the way that you express yourself or give and receive in the physical. And then we have the Dreamer. This is traditionally the Fool card, Shepherd Puppy. You are starting a new adventure, run free and take a leap of faith. So yeah, they're definitely dreaming, reminiscing, remembering. But because it's the Queen of Pentacles, they do want to see you in the physical, like for sure. And they're actually juggling their emotions in regards to that. The only fear, the only mishap type of energy here is this fear of judgment. As twins move together, you know, there is this divine judgment in the eyes of the presence of each other, truly, because you hold that frequency of God, you hold that frequency of the true unconditional twin flame love. So we have the Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. They definitely do not want lying, stealing, or cheating. They do not want any type of energy that they had from the karmics, or you know, not even like karmic energy, just other feminines that they've attracted. As twins, when they're in separation, they truly attract lessons and tests in other types of relationships, you know, to then move deeper into preparation for their reunion. So the message here for the masculine is to be completely committed and completely immerse themselves into this twin flame relationship. However, that is what they want for and from their divine feminine. 44 being an ascended master's number, and like being one of the highest vibrational ascended master's number. So pretty cool reading there for the masculines. Let's get into the divine feminines and see what comes through in the 4 bodies of existence for... Yeah, the masculines definitely don't want you to communicate to them if you are with someone else. So you're gonna have to sort your shit in regards to you know, whether you're, you know, if you're not, you gotta be single. You gotta be in a space of being completely committed to the twin flame journey, otherwise you will mirror shit out. Now that doesn't mean that you can't communicate to them, just say you're in a marriage or something of the sort, or you're with someone else. It just means like you have to be completely committed internally, secretly, but then also publicly express it for all parties involved. They don't want some sneaky little hidden romance, you know, they feel used in that sense. So let's have a look at the divine feminine's physical body of existence. The Fool card in reverse. So, you know, there's complete resistance that the masculine even wants to, you know, begin this adventure again or start a new chapter. Like, it's a completely new chapter. You're not picking up the past and reunion, going back into the union that you once had. Like, you're completely different people in this time space. There's just resistance of the feminine actually taking this leap into complete commitment in the physical reality with their twin flame. We have 9 of Spring, Gazelle. You've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. So I feel like what's happened is the feminine's really moved into this space of stability and, you know, even isolation from 3D types of ways of the world relationships. That didn't really come out right. So it's kind of like, because some of you I can see are in 3D type of fucking relationships. You got to start this new adventure and leap into commitment of your twin flame journey. And you don't want anything to rattle up what you've worked hard for, which is to create a fucking illusion of stability and satisfaction. Like, I'm just going to call you all out. If you're not with your twin flame, you're going to feel like half of you is missing because it's the other half of you. So yeah, you all are really being pushed this week, feminines, as the masculines are really in such a space of reception, such a beautiful space, you know, to send them a message because they're in that reception type of energy. We have the Devil card in reverse, so way too focused on money, way too focused on being bound in the 3D, being perceived as, you know, being maybe a harlot or a Jezebel or like a succubus type of energy. You don't want to be perceived as such emotionally. You've been really hurt because you may have feel like you were giving up certain things to pursue this like spiritual otherworldly type of relationship. Again, it's just literally this shadow self of you're feeling unworthy of true divine love, of your true soul purpose. There's this tug of war going on emotionally, divine feminines. Collie dog, your current path isn't leading you towards the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Why not take a leap of faith and go on this new adventure? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. So I feel like certain people, like through this journey, through this twin flame journey, you know, you've aligned to certain shadow selves, certain aspects, certain like karmic type of relationships to mirror stuff out, and like you're bound into it, and you're like got this tug of war going on between your mind and like your heart in your emotional body of existence. So you really got to like cut free from that. You could book into a cord cutting session, and we could just see what type of pathways and energy, you know, portals are and cords are like really affecting you at this time, and we can cut them and clear them and allow. So feminines, you're definitely, you know, you've got your hand on receiving money, if you will. However, it's just not bringing happiness. Like there's just something missing, right? And this is like the pentacle upside down, pentagram, if you will. They're slightly different, but you know, upside down, yeah, it's a symbol of the devil again. So mentally, you have to change your focus, the divine stating here, and you have to take this bold leap into the commitment of your soul purpose, your twin flame journey, what lights you up. I mean, you know, and just for the ones that have kids or even your inner child, like your kids know when you're not happy. So you've got to do it not only for yourself, but your inner child and your children. You know, they want to see their parent, their mother, in a divinely loving relationship. We have Saint Bernard dog. You're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. So again, reach out. Message your twin flame. Both twins are being told to reach out to each other at this time. It's a very potent time to reach out. Retrogrades can have a little bit of an influence at this time, and that could be the resistance, that could be the doubt. That is, oh my god, and look, we got the Queen of Pentacles here, but in reverse. So, you know, the masculine is viewing y'all in a way of being like quite stable, quite profound, quite, you know, physically alluring, whereas the feminine's like a bit folly, a bit doubtful about that, and not viewing themselves in that mirror, in that way that the masculines are viewing y'all way better than y'all are viewing yourselves. Feminines, you know, you kind of like got this ego that comes through that stops you from being like truly authentic. It's kind of like the masculines know when you're being fake, and they're not viewing you as that. It's just that it's just showing you like you're viewing yourself as just different to the truth. Feminines, we have so many dogs coming through. Dogs is like the man's best friend. So like I can just see the masculine coming through like, I'm your best friend. But miniature poodle dog, your most satisfying and profitable careers come from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. So again, this is a real nudge for the divine feminines to move towards doing your soul mission. If you've thought about starting like a YouTube channel or a Facebook page, or, you know, just something that expresses your passion and gifts awareness that you're knowledgeable about for the rest of the world, that's really gonna allow y'all to be quite stable. I mean, they're definitely feeling you. As we've got this Queen of Pentacles, y'all are in the Queen of Pentacles energy. You've just got a little bit of doubt due to certain perceptions, illusions in the physical reality. We have the Frog Princess. Heed wise counsel, listen. So really it's just saying like, listen to the twin flame reads, listen to the horoscopes that you're tapping into, listen to your own intuition, your own wisdom, and take action on that, and you won't be Like you'll thank yourself for heeding wise counsel and listening at this time. And if you're questioning like your own wisdom, you can always tap in and get like a 15-minute or a 30-minute session from me so we can see what your energetics are. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for this week's twin flame energy. Just a huge message that, the masculines are in this space of reminiscing, nostalgia, remembrance, and the feminines are kind of like distracting themselves, like in the physical, as there's just some doubt. Like, there's just a little bit of conditioning and programming just due to maybe being rejected so many times or being in a space of silence for so long. Whatever it may be, just have faith that it will clear, and if you heed wise advice and counsel and take action on your intuition, you'll reap in the harvest. So thank you all. Namaste. Amen.